Good afternoon, everyone. Chuck McDowell here, and I have some really exciting changes from MRI Software to share with you. And I am here with a friend and a colleague that is now our senior leader over the Asia Pacific region, Mr. David Bowie. David, it's good to see you, my brother. How are you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Chuck. Thanks for that introduction. Of course, I was expecting a bit of a David Bowie analogy there. And whatever you do, don't ask me to sing. I think your singing voice probably a bit better than mine. I might have the name, but let's leave it at that, shall we?
Fair enough. Like I said, I've been looking forward to doing that for a long time. I imagine you've heard that forever, but thank you for tolerating it. So welcome to MRI. And we've obviously, you and I have been working with each other for a while now, but this is a chance for you to introduce yourself a little bit to the rest of the APAC region. So tell me, I know you started your career like me as an accountant, but tell me a little bit about your background.
Yeah, I started my career back at PwC a long time ago as an accountant, but quite quickly pivoted to the IT side of the world and roles in IBM, Dimension Data, and most recently at Analytics and Artificial Intelligence leader SAS for 12 years, running the operation in Australia and New Zealand. So had a lot of exposure both in the local market here, but also working a fair bit up in Asia as well. But certainly I love the technology side of the business.
Well, that's good, and obviously from your accent, it's a little bit different from mine. Is it safe to say that you are not only Australian, but you're a Sydney-sider?
Pretty much Sydney born and bred, yes. I did do a brief stint in country New South Wales in a town called Bathurst and loved spending some time there. But yeah, pretty much Sydney born and bred and still love the place.
That's awesome. And is that our St. Leonard's office that you're sitting in?
It actually is. I know we are all working from home. We came in here today for practical purposes. But it's been weird because, of course, not having worked a day in the St. Leonard's office yet, it's good to be here.
It's one of my favorite offices around the world. The artwork that we have and certainly the people really makes it enlightening. I think you'll enjoy it once we get everybody back together. So it'll be exciting.
Absolutely, yeah, looking forward to it.
So look, obviously we're going through a lot of change right now. We never expected to have a senior executive on board at a point where the world was in lockdown. But, as we think about this change, tell me, how do you see it affecting MRI?
Well, Chuck, I've been really impressed with what I've seen the teams doing, how they've adjusted, certainly the team here in Asia Pac, but across the world, how they've pivoted to a working from home world. I think the disruption's been pretty minimal, and so that's been impressive. For me, coming into the business, my first town hall was virtual, and I think physically I've met about 8 of the team of 150 plus, so that's a small number. But in the engagements I have had, sitting in on team meetings, meeting people one-on-one, you kind of get to see them in their natural environment as well. So there's a bit of an advantage in being able to personally connect with people. I've met some of their kids, their dogs, so there's been a bit of variety there. And I think the other thing that, apart from our own pivot, is a strong focus on how we need to support our customers through this change. So we've been rolling out product updates that incorporate some of the legislation changes and imperatives given the change, but also providing support and advice to our customers about the implications of managing through this COVID-19 phase.
Well, I guess it's almost in many cases each week or each in some cases day, it's evaluate what's happening, rethink, replan, react to the market, and I think you're doing a good job, especially given the craziness of your first 4 weeks with the company. I do have to say though, again, I've had the pleasure of knowing you now for about 3 months, but tell me what gets you excited about MRI.
Well, I think firstly, Chuck, I'm a firm believer that technology is a great enabler of change. productivity, efficiency. I don't get excited about technology for the sake of it. I get excited about what it can do to change a business model, change the way people interact with it. And I think MRI being in the space, in the real estate market, commercial and residential, is going through massive change. And so to be involved in the prop tech sector, which itself has been growing massively already, the future and the imperative to change is just accelerated with this COVID-19 crisis. So it's up to us as an industry to respond to that change and embrace it, because it is going to impact how we all live and work. And so it's just exciting to be in such a vibrant and changing part of the world. But I think also I really like the philosophy of MRI about really connecting with the ecosystem. At the end of the day, being open and connected with all the different players who potentially play a role in making a living and working experience more effective, more productive, more enjoyable, is something that I'm personally very excited about. So I think all those things will be tremendous.
Well, that's good to hear. And we think about the philosophy of MRI being open and connected. And we've had that with the heritage products that are in the region. I think that the Rock End heritage has been well aligned to that. It'll be exciting to see you continue to propel that forward, my brother. It will really be exciting.
Yeah, well, I think, as you say, it's such a strong customer base with our Heritage Rock End business and our MRI commercial business, that seeing them come together, I think is just tremendous.
Well, look, speaking of customers, we've certainly been doing introductions where we can, getting you introduced to some of our customers in Australian property management, financial services, and the commercial side of the business. But what do you see in terms of us having a chance to get you more introduced into the broader Australian market?
Well, as you may recall, and some people might recall, we were due to have our Ascend conference. I think it was even due to be next week. And so I was thinking this is a great chance to introduce myself to everyone en masse. That's obviously now not happening, but we will very shortly be announcing a virtual Ascend, and that virtual Ascend will be in July. So a save the date will be going out shortly. So I hope to virtually meet everybody there, but before then, hopefully I will get to connect with more people in the market. I love talking to customers, hearing what the change they're going through, hearing the challenges, and making sure we are well placed to respond to those challenges and partner with them. So if it's not before Ascend in July, hopefully we'll at least virtually connect then.
Well, that will be good. I think everybody's going to enjoy getting to know you. And again, on behalf of the full senior leadership team at MRI, the employees, it's good to have you counted amongst us. It's an honor to be able to talk to you from halfway around the world. And I look forward to continuing to spend time with you, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chuck. And I look forward to meeting everyone out there.